So, in your physiology lab, there is a histology section, and that histology section, the first topic is of the epithelial cells. All of you must have read about the epithelial cells. All of you must be knowing. We will discuss very briefly. We will briefly about the epithelial cells, about the epithelial cells type. We will not discuss in detail, right? Because this is the lab, and we will only discuss how the epithelial cell looks under the microscope. So all of you must be knowing that your body is made up of four different type of tissues, and these four different type of tissues are the epithelial tissue, the nervous tissue, the muscles tissue, and the connective tissue. These are the four different type of tissues which make up your body. Now, the epithelial tissue is a type of tissue which are made up of the epithelial cells. So, the epithelial cells make the epithelial tissues. Now, what are the characteristics of the epithelial cells? So, the characteristics, which cells, to those which cells you will categorize that these cells are the epithelial cells. There are many cells in your body. Now, which cells will you categorize that as these are the epithelial cells? Now, the characteristics of the epithelial cells, if these characteristics are present in any cells, you can characterize them as the epithelial cells. Now, the characteristics of the epithelial cells are that for example, these are the cells and these are the epithelial cells. Now, what are the characteristics of the epithelial cells? These cells are attached to each other. These cells are present in close relation to each other. There is a very little gap between these cells, as you can see. So these are tightly closed cells. There is a very little space between these cells. This is the number one point, that these cells are present very close to each other. Number second point, that these cells also have a nucleus, right? This brown one is the nucleus. Number third point, that these epithelial cells are they are present on the basement membrane. This is the basement membrane. This is the type of the connective tissue. This is the basement membrane. So the epithelial cells are closely attached to each other. There is a very small space between the epithelial cells. The nucleus is present in the epithelial cells, and the epithelial cells are present above they are lying on the basement membrane. This is the basement membrane, right? And also between the epithelial cells there are the gap junctions. These are the epithelial cells, and between the epithelial cells there are also the gap junctions. And what is the purpose of these gap junctions? The purpose of these gap junctions is that it allows the transport of different ions and proteins and different substance from one epithelial cells to the other epithelial cells. So this is also the property of the epithelial cells, that there are the different gap junctions are also present, which allow the transport of different substance from one cell to the another cell, right? So these are the some characteristics of the epithelial cells. Now, the question arises that where in our body these epithelial cells are found. You all of you must have went through these the epithelial cells in your first year in the histology in the physiology section. So where in our body these epithelial cells are present. Now in our body, the epithelial cells in some organs, these epithelial cells are surrounding the outer part of the organ. In some organs in our body, the epithelial cells are covering the organ of our body, right? In some areas of our body, in our body cavities, the epithelial cells are lining the inner part of the body cavities. In body cavities like the trachea, the esophagus, the stomach, the intestines. If you look the esophagus, the stomach, and the intestines, these are the cavities, and the inner lining of these cavities are being lined by the epithelial cells. So there the epithelial cells are present. Now in some glandular tissues, the glands, the lining of the glands are also being lined by the epithelial cells. So the skin, these the outer part of the skin, the epidermis, that is made up of the epithelial cells, right? So these are the some organs, these are the areas uh, where the epithelial cells are present, and they make up the epithelial tissues. Now the another question, that what are the function of these epithelial tissues? What are the functions? Now the function of these epithelial tissues is, if it is surrounding the outer part of the organ, if it is surrounding any outer part of the organ, definitely then it is giving the function that it is protecting the organ, right? So the protection is the function of the epithelial cells. The nature has provided the epithelial cells over there to protect that organ, right? Now the epithelial cells are lining your body cavities, your stomach, the GIT, right, and the intestines. So when you take the food comes. When you take the food comes into the esophagus, the stomach, the intestines. So that food comes in direct contact first with the epithelial cells, because they are present at the innermost lining, right? So they are coming in direct contact with the food. So when you take the food, uh, your GIT secretes the gastric juices, right? Or see any hormones in order to digest that food. So any substance which is being secreted, that substance is secreted, that comes into the food through the uh, through your epithelial cells, right? And when your food which you take is being has to absorb into the blood, then that substance of food has to go first to the epithelial cells, then through the epithelial cells, then goes into your blood. So, and it can absorb also something from these food. So the epithelial cells are doing the function of the absorption. The food which you take is first absorbed into the epithelial cell, then goes into the then it is going into the blood. Also it is secreting the substance, it is also secreting the things which comes into your food, so it is doing the function of the secretion. So the function of the epithelial cells is also of the secretion and the absorption. Also it is doing the function of the filtration. Any substance which goes into your bloodstream first is, if anything which you have taken in food which is toxic, then it is a property of the epithelial cell that it filter out that toxic substance, then that thing goes into the blood. So the filtration is also the process of the epithelial cell. How it do that thing, there is a detailed mechanism, but that how the epithelial cells do the filtration, but it is a property of the epithelial cells. So the epithelial cells are the cells which which are preventing your organ, from any abrasion or toxic substance from the outer part of from the outer things like the food, right? So these are the properties of the epithelial cells, right, class? Are you getting my point? Class, are you getting my point? So for example, I can give you one example more. You know, one cell which is known as a goblet cell, GOBLET cell. Goblet cell is a type of the epithelial cell. It is a type of the epithelial cell. It is also present among the it is also present in the epithelial tissue, right? Goblet cell. Now, what is the function of the goblet cell? Goblet cell is a type of epithelial cell. Now, the goblet cell secrete the mucus. It secretes the mucus, right? So it is a type of epithelial cell. So it is doing the process of the secretion, right? And absorption absorप्शन का ये है कि जब आपने फूड लिया, एब्जॉर्प्शन का ये है कि जब आप फूड लेते हैं तो एब्जॉर्ब होता है आपके, एब्जॉर्ब होता है। तो जब वो एब्जॉर्ब होता है तो जो एब्जॉर्ब हो रहा है वो आपका एपिथेलियल सेल्स भी एब्जॉर्ब उसको करते हैं, राइट? then we move ahead. Then we move ahead and we have to classify that. Now the epithelial cells are present in our body, right, at the different areas of the body. Now there are some areas in our body where the epithelial cells are present in a single layer. There is only a single layer of the epithelial cells, and in some areas of the body the epithelial cells are present in multiple layers, right? Now if the epithelial cells are present as a single layer, only the single layer, as a single layer, and the single layer is lying on the basement membrane, then we classify that kind of epithelium as a simple epithelium, right? Now if the epithelial cells are present in our body as a multiple layers, right, as a multiple layers, and the innermost layer is only lying on the basement membrane. Now if the epithelium has a multiple layer, it is not possible that every single layer is lying on the basement membrane. In the multiple layers, only the innermost layer is lying on the basement membrane, right? So if the epithelial cells are of multiple layer, then we classify that kind of epithelium as a stratified epithelium, right? So the simple epithelium is a kind of epithelium which is having only a single layer of the epithelial cells, and a stratified epithelium is a kind of epithelium which has multiple layer of the epithelial cells. So this is number 1 point. This is the number 1 point, how you classify the epithelial cells. Now in some areas of the body, the epithelial cells which are present, they are present like the cuboidal shape. In some areas the epithelial cells are present which are having the squamous shape. Squamous shape means if you fry the egg, right, if you fry the egg, that becomes the squamous shape. The fry egg is like the squamous shape cell. So this is like the fry egg, right? So we call that shape as a squamous shape. Now in some areas the epithelial cells are present like the squamous shape, like the fry egg shape. Some areas having the cuboidal shape, and some areas have the columnar like shape cells, right? So depending upon the shape, we have given the name to the epithelial cells. If the epithelial cells are like the squamous shape, we say that this is the squamous epithelial. If the epithelial cells have the cuboid shape, we say that this is the cuboidal epithelium. So depending upon the shape, we have classified these epithelial cells also, right, class? So what we get from these? What we get from squamous shape means squamous shape का मतलब है कि जैसे अंडे को आप फ्राई करते हैं तो कैसा होता है भाई? आपने जैन कभी अंडा खाया है फ्राई करके? तो अंडे की कैसी शेप होती है? बिल्कुल ऐसे ऐसे ही होता है ना, अंडा आपकी प्लेट पे बड़ा होता है। अंडे की ये अंडे की शेप को स्क्वामस शेप कहते हैं। ये शेप्स के नाम है। now if if you have a single layer of epithelial cells, if you have a single layer of epithelial cells, single layer, only single layer of epithelial cells, and that layer and the shape of the single layer of epithelial cell is of the squamous shape, then we say that this is the simple squamous epithelium. If the single layer is of cuboidal shape, then we say this is the simple cuboidal epithelium, right? Now, if we come to the stratified epithelium, now if how we name the stratified epithelium, if it is written like that it is the stratified squamous epithelium, if it is written as a stratified squamous epithelium, what does that mean? It means that stratified means it is a multiple layer, and squamous mean we name that stratified squamous. Why? Because the top layer of the stratified epithelium is of the squamous shape. Remember, we name the stratified epithelium, we name the stratified epithelium shape on the top layer shape, right? It is possible that the the layers which are present below the below the top layer, they are of different shape, and the top layer shape is of the different, right? So if we name the stratified epithelium shape on the top layer shape, if the stratified epithelium top layer is of the squamous shape, we say that it is the stratified squamous epithelium. If the stratified epithelium top layer is of the cuboidal shape, we say that it is the stratified cuboidal epithelium, right? So the shape of the top layer must be seen, and we name the stratified epithelium depending upon the shape of the first layer, right? Because the shape can vary in the stratified epithelium. बेटा स्क्वामस और क्यूबाइडल में डिफरेंस बस यही है कि उनकी शेप का डिफरेंस है. स्क्वामस में आपकी जो एपिथेलियल सेल्स की शेप है वो स्क्वामस शेप जैसी होगी, इस जैसी शेप होगी. क्यूबाइडल में क्यूबाइडल जैसी शेप होगी. एपिथेलियल सेल्स की सिर्फ शेप का डिफरेंस है और कोई डिफरेंस नहीं होता. सिर्फ शेप का डिफरेंस होने की वजह से इनका नाम डिफरेंस हो जाता है, राइट? क्लियर है बेटा यह बात आपको? आर यू गेटिंग माय पॉइंट क्लास? ये चीजें आप फर्स्ट आप डिस्कस कर आप पढ़ चुके होंगे ये चीजें काफी. ये आपकी फॉर एग्जांपल दिस इज द सिंगल लेयर, right? This is not the multiple layer. How I am saying that this is a single layer? Because this brown one is the nucleus, right? Dark one is the nucleus. This is the only nucleus, right? So therefore this is the single layer, and this is looking like the squamous shape, right? So therefore we say that this is the simple squamous. This is also the single layer. You can see that there is only a one nucleus. There is only a one layer of nucleus, and therefore we say that this is the simple मल्टीपल लेयर्स में एक ही टाइप के एपिथेलियल सेल्स होंगे. एक ही टाइप के मतलब शेप आप कह रही हैं. देखिए मैं आगे आपको क्लियर कर देता हूँ ये बात. सिंपल क्यूबाइडल जो है simple cube, if you look at the simple cuboidal, why we are calling it simple cuboidal? Why? Because it is made up of the single layer. Number one, it is made up of single layer of cells, and number second is that single layer of cell is made up shape of the cuboids, right? So therefore we say it is simple cuboidal. You can also see that is a single layer, only one nucleus layer, right? It is tall shape epithelial cells. So we say that this is the simple columnar, right? तो आप न्यूक्लियस देखते हुए उसको देख पाएंगे कि ये मल्टीपल लेयर है, सिंगल लेयर. तो एक लेयर है न्यूक्लियस की, तो इसका मतलब ये सिंगल लेयर है. Then if you look at these epithelial type, you can see that there is a multiple layer of cells. Why? Because that is a nucleus layer, that is another nucleus layer. Or if you look at the innermost layer, this is somewhat like the columnar shape. But if you look at the topmost layer of that stratified epithelium, it is like the squamous shape, right? So you haven't said that this is a stratified columnar. You are saying that this is a stratified squamous because you are naming that stratified epithelium depending upon the shape of the topmost layer of the epithelium, right, which is of the squamous shape. So therefore you are saying that this is a stratified squamous epithelium, right? You can see this is a multiple layer, and these multiple layer are different shapes, right? But the top layer shape is the squamous shape. So we have named that epithelium, stratified epithelium, as a stratified squamous epithelium. I hope it is clear to you right now. It is clear to you now. बहुत आसान सी बात है ये, कि टॉप लेयर को देखते हुए आप सिर्फ नाम देते हैं स्ट्रेटिफाइड एपिथेलियम क्यों. Now this is also an a type of epithelium. This is the one layer. This is another layer. You can see the nucleus is of two layer, and this is known as this like the cuboidal shape. This is therefore to say that this is a stratified cuboidal. Multiple layer stratified shape. जो टॉप की है उसको आप नाम दे दें नीचे. Then there are some also other layers, type of the epithelium. One type of epithelium is known as the pseudo stratified epithelium. Pseudo stratified epithelium. What does that mean? Pseudo stratified epithelium means that this is a type of epithelium which looks like the stratified, but it is not the stratified. It is a single layer. What I've told you, that if pseudo stratified epithelium means that it looks like the stratified epithelium, it looks like that this type of epithelium tissue have multiple layers, but it is not having a multiple layer. It is having a single layer. Why it looks like the multiple layer epithelium? Because the nucleus which is present at these cells, type of epithelium, they are present at different levels. At these epithelial cells, the nucleus is present at different levels. For example, at this cell, it is present at that point, at that place. It is at this cell, this is present at this place. So the nucleus is present at different level. So it will look like that it is a multiple layer. It is a multiple layer epithelium, but it is not the case. So therefore, that kind of epithelium which look like the multiple layer epithelium, but it is a single layer epithelium because of the different position of the nucleus. That kind of epithelium is known as the pseudo stratified epithelium, right? And if that pseudo stratified epithelium looks like the column shape, then you say that it's a columnar. And if that pseudo stratified epithelium looks like the squamous shape, you say that this is the pseudo stratified squamous shape epithelium, right, class? Are you getting my point? What do you mean by pseudo? Pseudo means false. मतलब धोखा. आपको दिख वो रहा है मल्टीपल लेयर जैसा, क्योंकि उसका न्यूक्लियस सेल का अलग अलग जगह पे है, तो आपको लगेगा यार ये मल्टीपल लेयर्स हैं, लेकिन वो मल्टीपल नहीं है, धोखा है वो. गौर से देखें, वो आपका सिंगल लेयर ही है, राइट? तो इसको हम बोलते हैं सूडो स्ट्रेटिफाइड एपिथेलियम. और आखिरी फिर एक है और एपिथेलियम की टाइप, broadly, that one is known as a transitional epithelium. That is known as the transitional epithelium. Now that type of transitional epithelium is the type of the it is a type of the epithelium which undergoes the transition, which undergoes the change, For example, these type of transitional epithelium, the pseudo सिंपल एपिथेलियम कैसे कहेंगे? सूडो सिंपल इसलिए नहीं कह सकते क्योंकि सूडो स्ट्रेटिफाइड का मतलब ये है कि वो सूडो का मतलब होता है फॉल्स स्ट्रेटिफाइड. अगर मैं आप सूडो सिंपल कहूंगा तो फॉल्स सिंपल हो जाएगा. फॉल्स सिंपल थोड़ी है, वो फॉल्स तो है ही नहीं सिंपल. फॉल्स स्ट्रेटिफाइड है क्योंकि वो सिंपल है, इसलिए हम सूडो सिंपल नहीं कह सकते. सूडो सिंपल का मैं कहूंगा तो इसका मतलब ये होगा कि यार वो सिंपल नहीं है. ये तो नहीं मैं कह रहा. सिंगल लेयर तो है, जो है उसको सूडो तो ना कहें, जो नहीं है लेकिन दिख रहा है वो सूडो हुआ ना. तो सूडो का मतलब पहले समझें क्या है. सो द ट्रांजिशनल एपिथेलियम is a kind of epithelium which is present in your bladder, right, the ureter and the urethra, right, the urinary bladder. So in the urinary bladder, it is lining the urinary bladder, the inside of the urinary bladder, the inside of the urinary bladder is lined by the transitional epithelium, right? So when the urinary bladder is empty, from the urine, then your bladder is relaxed, right? So the epithelium which is surrounding the bladder, that it is of different shape. The cells of the shape of the transitional epithelium is somewhat larger. But when the urinary bladder is filled, then it will stretch the bladder, right? And when the bladder stretch, then the epithelium changes the shape, and the shape of the epithelium becomes shorter, because now the bladder is filled with the urine, so it is now stretching the bladder. So the epithelium has changed the shape. So that kind of epithelium which changes the shape, that kind of epithelium is known as the transitional epithelium. I'm only talking about the change of the shape. When the bladder is filled with the urine, the shape of the epithelium is larger, and when the bladder is filled with the urine, it stretches the bladder, and the shape of the bladder becomes smaller, right? So that kind of epithelium is known as the transitional epithelium, the epithelium which changes the shape, right? Because all the other type of epithelium, they do not change the shape if and they come in contact with the different substances, but that kind of epithelium changes the shape depending upon the organ capacity, right class? So that kind of epithelium which changes the shape, that kind of epithelium is only present in the organs which process the urine, like the ureter, like the bladder, like the urethra. So this is another type of the epithelium which is known as the transitional epithelium. So we have discussed many different types of the epithelium, right? First, number one, simple epithelium, which is made up of the single layer. Then stratified epithelium, which are made up of different multiple layers, right? Then depending upon the shape, if the simple epithelium is made up of squamous, simple squamous epithelium. If the multiple layer is made up of if the multiple layer, and if you have the multiple layer epithelium and the top layer of the epithelium, that stratified epithelium made about squamous shape, then you can say that this stratified squamous. Then we have the pseudo stratified epithelium, which look like the stratified epithelium, but it is having the single layer because of the presence of the nucleus at the different positions. Then we have the transitional epithelium, which changes the shape, right? Transitional can be classified physiologically, not anatomically, right? मैं आपका सवाल नहीं समझा आरफीन, राइट? हमारे पास टाइम कम है, तो मैं आगे मजीद अब इसको मजीद डिस्कस। अच्छा, अब ये जो टाइप ऑफ एपिथेलियम है, मैं आपको ये स्लाइड शेयर करूंगा। अब ये जो टाइप्स ऑफ एपिथेलियम है, मैं आपको एक जनरल कॉन्सेप्ट देना चाहता हूँ। I will give you the general concept, then you will have to go through okay, which kind of epithelium is present at which area of the body, right? But the general concept is that if you are having a single layer of epithelium, अगर आपकी बॉडी में कहीं सिंगल लेयर ऑफ एपिथेलियम मौजूद है, तो इसका मतलब ये है कि वहां पे वो सिक्रीशन या एब्जॉर्प्शन का काम कर रही है, ठीक है? एंड इफ इन योर बॉडी दैट एपिथेलियम इज प्रेजेंट इन द मल्टीपल लेयर्स, so that means that kind of epithelium is giving you the function of the protection, right? Multiple layers में protection का mechanism दे रही है, right? लेकिन ये जो epithelium जितनी भी types की हैं, मैं transitional तो मैंने आपको बता दी कहाँ होती है सिर्फ, इसके अलावा ये जो दो आपको मैंने और भी टाइप्स हैं एपिथेलियम की, ये कहाँ कहाँ होती है, ये बुक्स में लिखा हुआ है कि भाई ये एपिथेलियम यहाँ होगी, ये एपिथेलियम यहाँ होगी, राइट? तो इसमें तो कोई कॉन्सेप्ट, कोई ऐसा रॉकेट साइंस नहीं है कि आपको समझना पड़े, वो तो सिर्फ आपको पता लगना है कि भाई ये यहाँ है। लेकिन जनरल कॉन्सेप्ट क्या है कि जहाँ पे सिंगल लेयर है, इसका मतलब है कि वहाँ पे सिक्रीशन और एब्जॉर्प्शन का काम ज्यादा है, और यहाँ पे मल्टीपल लेयर्स है, इसका मतलब है प्रोटेक्शन का मैकेनिज्म है। तो यही जनरल कॉन्सेप्ट है, समझने वाली बात है। लेकिन ये कहाँ पे है, ये मैं आपको अगर बताने लग गया यहाँ पे तो बहुत टाइम गायब हो जाएगा, और उसमें कोई रॉकेट साइंस भी नहीं, तो आप खुद भी देख सकते हैं। अच्छा, एक और टाइप ऑफ एपिथेलियम है, वो मैं आपको बताना चाह रहा हूँ यहाँ पे, इससे पहले कि टाइम खत्म हो जाए। दैट टाइप ऑफ एपिथेलियम इज नोन एज द स्ट्रेटिफाइड squamous keratinized epithelium. Now, what does it mean by stratified squamous keratinized epithelium? Now, stratified means that epithelium is of the multiple layers, right? Number one. And squamous, why you're calling it squamous? Because that stratified epithelium top layer is of the squamous shape. So therefore you are seeing that this is the stratified squamous epithelium. Number third is the keratinized. Now that is a different thing. Keratinized, what do you mean by keratinized? Keratinized means that above the stratified epithelium, there are some layers which are made up of the dead cells, and in these dead cells there is also a protein which is known as the keratin, right? So if the if above the stratified epithelium there are layers which are the dead cells and the keratin is present, then we say that kind of epithelium as the stratified squamous keratinized epithelium. अगर stratified epithelium के ऊपर कुछ और लेयर्स भी हैं आपकी जो कि डेड सेल्स की बनी हुई हैं और केराटिनाइज की बनी हुई हैं और उसमें केराटिन भी है, तो आप कहते हैं कि ये stratified squamous keratinized epithelium है, राइट? और ये इस टाइप की epithelium, that kind of epithelium is present at our skin. आपको मालूम है ना आपकी स्किन में डेड सेल्स भी होते हैं, आप कहते हैं डेड सेल्स हैं, डेड सेल्स हटाने चाहिए. Why? Because that stratified squamous epithelium, above the stratified squamous epithelium, there is also the layer of dead cells and also the keratin. That is known as the stratified squamous keratinized epithelium. So that kind of epithelium is present at your skin. So that prevent your skin from the damage, abrasion. Why nature has given dead cells and keratin over there? In order to prevent your skin from the damage, abrasion, right? But unfortunately, you remove the dead cells very fastly because you think that will decrease the beauty. So the dead cells, number one, dead cells are preventing from your abrasion. Second one, the dead cells are preventing the inner layers of the skin from the moisture, right? So these are some function of the keratinization and dead cells, right? I'm not going into the detail, but this is the kind of epithelium in which the top other layers are also present, which are made of the keratin and dead cells. Now, if this is one type. Now there are another type of the epithelium, stratified squamous epithelium, which is known as a non-keratinized. Why you are calling it non-keratinized? Simply that kind of epithelium doesn't have any dead cells and the keratin. So you can say that this is the stratified squamous non-keratinized epithelium, right, class? So this is another type of the epithelium. Now, fastly, I will look how the different epitheliums looks under the microscope, right? If you look at this stratified cuboidal epithelium, you can मेरे ख्याल से पहले आपको सिंगल लेयर दिखाता हूँ. हाँ, ये देखिए, ये बॉडी कैविटी है. हिस्टोलॉजी में अगर आप देखें माइक्रोस्कोप कैसे दिखती है, तो this is the epithelium, right? And how the squamous epithelium, simple squamous epithelium looks under the microscope. This is the simple squamous epithelium, right? This is how it looks under the microscope. If now you can see also that this is the body cavity, right? And these are the epithelial cells which are lining the body cavity, and you can see that these are the epithelial cells which having the nucleus, and these cells are very closely attached to each other. You can see that there's a very little space. There is no space between these cells. So these are the epithelial cells, and they're also lying on the basement membrane. So and its shapes look like the cuboids, right? Cubes. Its shape looks like cubes, and it is having a single layer. So we can say that this layer of epithelium is a simple cuboidal epithelium, right? This is how it looks like. If you move forward, you can see that these are the nucleus, right? This is the top layer, and these are look like the squamous shape, and there is no any other layer present above that. So therefore we say that this is a multiple layer and squamous shape. So we say that this is a stratified squamous non-keratinized epithelium. If we look further, then we can see that these are also the squamous shape and having the multiple layers by seeing the nucleus. And above these squamous epithelium, there is also a layer of the dead cells, because these dead cells don't have any nucleus. So we say that this is the stratified squamous keratinized epithelium. If you look at the slide of the stratified cuboidal epithelium, you can see that these are the layers, and these are the multiple nucleus. This is the one layer of the nucleus, and this is another layer of the nucleus. You can see this is the one layer of the nucleus, this is another layer. So these are multiple layer of the nucleus, and the shape of the epithelial cells is like the cubes, So therefore we say that this is the stratified cuboidal epithelium, right? If you look at this picture, you can see that this is the nucleus, big nucleus. This is the one layer of the nucleus. This is another layer of the nucleus, multiple layer of the nucleus, and the shape of the epithelial cells is somewhat larger, taller. So therefore, you are saying that this is a stratified multiple layer columnar. Why? Because it looks like the column shape. So therefore, you are saying that this is the stratified columnar epithelium. So this is how the stratified columnar epithelium look like. If you look at the transitional epithelium, so you can recognize the transitional epithelium always in comparison. So this is, for example, this is the epithelium, and this is a kind of epithelium, transitional epithelium, and when it is relaxed, it is somewhat larger, and when it is stretched, the bladder is filled, then you can see the size of the epithelial cells is somewhat become smaller. So this is how the transitional epithelium changes the shape, right? Nothing more in that. Only the shape will be changed. And right, so these are the different type of epithelium which looks like under the microscope, how they look under the microscope. And you can also view these you can also view these epitheliums in the internet, and you can see how these different type of epithelium looks like. Now I've already told you that goblet cells, about the goblet cells. Why goblet cells are the kind of the epithelial cells which are present in the epithelial tissue. They are the epithelial cells, and the function of the goblet cell is secrete the mucus. Now one thing fast, that this is the epithelial cell, and you can see this is what are these which are present on the top of the epithelial cell? These are known as the cilia. So the cilia can also be present at the epithelial cell, and the function of the cilia is to propel the things, right? The function of the cilia is to propel the things. If that cilia is present, on the epithelial cells which are surrounding your GIT, then they are propelling the food